Hello everyone. Today we are going to study structure of atom. Before I start explaining you what is the structure of atom, it is important to understand what is an atom. Everything around us, children, everything around us, this board, this mic which I'm using, this markers, this everything, the camera, everything is made up of atoms. Atoms are very fine, minute particles which we cannot even see with our naked eye. Correct. Now, it is very small, correct, but it has a structure. Scientists have studied how small is this atom and how does it look, what is it composed of. This is what we are all going to study in this topic, structure of atom. Let me just make a structure of atom, then I will explain it further. Okay, just see. Okay, atom has got a nucleus in the center. Okay, a heavy mass kind of substance, it is called as nucleus, and around it there are these circles. Correct. These circles which I have drawn, they are called as orbits. Okay, and this heavy center part is called as nucleus. So basically, atom has got orbits and atom has got nucleus. That is like the shell of the atom. Now, what this shell, what this heavy mass nucleus and orbits has in it? What is it composed of? You must have heard of three things, that is electrons, protons, and neutrons. Atom, basically, I can split atom into three parts. Okay, one is electrons. Number two, protons. And number three, neutrons. Children, one more very important thing. If I touch this mic, I'm not going to get any electric shock. If I touch my hand, if I touch the marker, if I touch the board, I do not get electric shock. That means although this board is made up of atom, but it is neutral. Okay, that means it doesn't have any positive or negative charge in it, because there are charges around us, positive, plus and minus charge. Plus and plus will repel, and minus charge will also repel, but plus and minus is going to attract each other. But since I'm not getting any charge, any shock, that means this is neutral. When I say neutral, that means whatever is number of plus is equal to number of minus. When they are equal, then only I'll call it as neutral. Correct. So atom as a whole is electrically neutral. Normal atom is electrically neutral. Now, why I'm bringing this concept of positive and negative is because, as I said, atom, I can split it into three parts: electrons, protons, and neutrons. When I say electrons, that means this is that part of the atom which is responsible for the negative charge. Okay. When I say protons, just remember it that way: P protons and P positive. Okay. So this is that part of the atom which is responsible for the positive charge. Then I got negative, I got positive. Then what about neutrons? Neutrons, now remember it again, N means neutrons, N means neutral, means it is that part of the atom which is neutral. It has no charge, no positive or no negative. So I'm going to write it zero charge. If it is zero charge, then why is it present? Okay, this we will come across as we study further topics of this chapter. Correct. Now, atom has three parts: electrons, protons, and neutrons. Now, these three things are arranged in this type of structure. Okay. Now, what is inside the nucleus is nucleus, as I said, it is heavy. When I say it is heavy, that means it has got more mass in it, right? So, nucleus has neutrons plus protons. While in the orbits, you talk of one shell, I can call it as orbit or I can call it as shell also. In some of the books, you will see orbits are written, some of the books shells is written. So both are correct. Okay. What is there in the orbits is the third thing, that is electrons. Correct. As I said, atom is made up of three things. These three things are arranged in this type of structure. That is, inside the nucleus, I have neutrons and protons, and inside the orbits or shells, I have electrons. Correct. This is how the atom is made. Now, let us consider an example. For example, say I have sodium. Sodium symbol. Okay. Sodium. Its symbol is Na. Remember, children, whenever we write symbol, first letter is always capital and second letter is always small. Okay, second letter will never be capital. If I have seen some children writing capital and capital A, this is wrong. So don't write this. Okay, it's small capital N and small a. Na. Now, when I say Na, when I have to start filling the neutrons, protons, and electrons, when I have to fit it in this arrangement, first thing I need to know is its atomic number. That is its position in the periodic table. If you open the periodic table and you locate for the symbol Na, you will see it is at position number 11. That means its atomic number is 11. Now, this concept, we already know that atomic number is equal to number of electrons. Electrons, I can write it as E negative. But remember, it's always small e, never capital E. Okay. And since atomic number is 11 and number of electrons negative is always equal to positive. So atomic number is equal to number of electrons, which is equal to number of protons. For protons, I am using small p with a plus charge. Electron, small e with a negative charge. Correct. I repeat. First thing is, whatever example we are considering, its symbol followed by its atomic number. Now I know atomic number is equal to number of electrons is equal to number of protons. The purpose of writing this is because I want to know in sodium how many electrons and how many protons are there. Correct. Now, if I say atomic number is equal to 11, atomic number is what? 11. I can write it like that. That means number of electrons is also 11 and number of protons is also 11. Now, in a nutshell, I have to fill these 11 electrons in these orbits. Okay, these orbits, which I have so far, I have made 3 circles here. It can go on. There can be many circles. Correct. And these circles, these orbits, they are named. They are labeled as K shell, L shell, and M shell. Okay, this also we have already done this, that in K shell it can accommodate maximum of 2. Now how many electrons do I have to fit? 11 electrons. Correct. I have to fit 11 electrons in these shells. K can accommodate maximum of 2 electrons. Let me put 2. 11 minus 2 becomes 9. 9 are left. Out of 9, L can accommodate maximum of 8 electrons. So let me fit 8 electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And how many are left now? 2 and 8. 10. I have to fit 11. That means 1 is left. That one goes in M shell. Correct? That is how we fill the electrons in the different orbits, and that is how electrons, and inside the nucleus we do not generally show the number of protons in it by putting the dots or something. We just leave it like that. We leave it that number of protons is 11 and number of neutrons, that also we know from the formula of the mass number. How do we calculate the number of neutrons? Correct. I hope this is clear. Just a quick brief summary, I'll do it. Structure of atom. Atom has 3 parts: electrons, protons, and neutrons. But since overall any atom is electrically neutral, that means the plus and the minus charges are equal. Correct. Electrons, I'm going to symbolize with E negative, and protons I symbolize with small p with a positive charge, correct? Number of electrons and number of protons can be found out from the atomic number. We have understood this with the help of an example of a sodium whose atomic number was 11. So number of electrons were 11 and number of protons were again 11. Well, now how are these electrons, protons arranged? That is called as the structure of atom. In the center, you will see the heavy mass that is called as the nucleus. Inside the nucleus, we have neutrons and protons. But these circles, these are called as orbits or shells, and they can accommodate electrons, correct? And how do we fill this? Because K can accommodate maximum of 2 electrons, I have to fit 11 electrons. So 2, L can accommodate 8 electrons. So 2 plus 8 becomes 10, and 1 is left, that goes to the next shell, M shell. Like this, when the atomic number increases, the number of shells keeps increasing, and then another concepts of valence electrons and valences that we will discuss in the next video. Thank you for watching and have a good day.